What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is green bean picking morning today. So I know you've seen the past videos where I talked about this has been a very disappointing green bean season, summer garden, and it has been, but not just for us. I've talked to several other gardeners that have had the same problem this year. The drought just stunted all the green beans. They finally started producing, and when I was checking and picking tomatoes and things in the garden yesterday, I saw that the green beans were coming on. So I've got the truck loaded up here. I'm going to run down and I'm going to try to pick the green beans this morning before I start work so I can get them back up here, and then my wife is going to start cleaning them up and breaking them, and then either can them tonight or maybe probably can them tomorrow most likely, because I think she's also going to make spaghetti sauce today. So we may make a video on the spaghetti sauce. I don't know. I'm going to be pretty tied up, so, and she doesn't like running the camera and doing that sort of stuff, so I may get my daughter to run the camera for all that. But anyway, we'll see. There may or may not be a spaghetti sauce video. But anyway, I'm going to get down here and I'm going to get started picking. Alright, well, as you saw, got the picking down there, and thankfully it stayed cloudy most of the time, which kept it from being just so brutally hot, and managed to get, they're still not producing the way that they have in the past. I mean, normally by now we would have already picked 2 or 3 bushels of beans at least, and probably would have canned, 40, 50 quarts at a minimum of green beans so far, but not the case so far this year. I got a small little market basket full of white half runners. Now they're hanging full of beans, but they're all just still too small to pick, so I expect a lot of white half runners. The contenders and blue lakes, I got about a quarter to a third a bushel of each of those, but they're actually starting to fade and deteriorate and go downhill now. They're starting to get a lot of rot showing up on the bottom. The leaves are starting to die, and the bean beetles are hitting them heavily now, which is interesting because normally bean beetles have been a problem well before now, earlier in the year, but I really think that the drought kept the bean beetles in the ground, and they hadn't emerged, kind of the same way the June bugs and Japanese beetles didn't. They were nowhere around until we got that first rain, and it softened the ground up just enough for them to come out. So I think that may be part of the issue there, but now the bean beetles are showing up on the blue lakes and contenders, and it's going to be just a matter of time before I go down and just rip them all out and get that whole section cleaned up, because the weeds are starting to grow in there pretty heavily. But anyway, got them picked, got them up here. The wife has actually already started washing the beans. She's not breaking them yet, but she started washing them, so we'll run in here and I will try to get just a short video clip of the beans we've got and where they're at in the process, and I may try to get a few more video clips of the canning process for you too. Okay.